What if I told you the most critical moment for your engine isn't before an oil change? It's right after one. Most American drivers drain the old oil, pour in the new, and drive away thinking the job is done. It's not. The next 24 hours can determine whether that fresh oil protects your engine or causes problems that go unnoticed for months. In this video, I'll show you 15 post-oil change steps that can help your engine last longer, starting with the ones most people completely overlook. Stay until the end, because the number one mistake is the one even experienced drivers often miss. Number 15. Pick one oil brand and never switch. Most drivers treat oil like grocery store generics. Whatever's on sale, whatever's in stock. Bad habit. Every major oil brand, Mobil 1, Castrol, Valvoline, engineers their additive package as a complete, unified system. When you switch brands constantly, those additive chemistries don't always play well together. The protective film your engine builds breaks down and rebuilds differently every time. Find the brand that meets your manufacturer's viscosity spec and commit to it. Consistency here is invisible protection that compounds over time. Number 14. Keep a written maintenance log. Engines don't fail from neglect alone. They fail from poor memory. You think you remember your last oil change mileage. You probably don't. Every time you change oil, write down the date, the mileage, the oil type, and the filter brand. A sticky label inside your driver's door jamb works perfectly. A $2 notebook in the glove box works. A phone app works. What doesn't work is assuming you'll remember. Dealerships have denied warranty coverage because drivers couldn't prove maintenance history. A simple log makes you untouchable. Number 13. Replace the crush washer every single time. This is a $1 part that prevents a $3,000 mistake. The crush washer on your drain plug creates a perfect metal-to-metal seal. Reuse it even once and it no longer crushes properly. It sits slightly off and creates a micro-leak that drips slow enough you won't notice until your oil level has dropped significantly. Honda, Toyota, and Subaru OEM service manuals all specify, replace it every oil change. Most quick lube shops skip it. If you've ever found an oily spot on your driveway 2 days after a fresh change, that $1 washer is almost certainly the reason. Spend it every time. Number 12. Inspect the oil cap O-ring. Pull the oil filler cap off and look at the rubber O-ring around it. This tiny ring is the silent guardian between your engine bay and the outside world. When it hardens, cracks, or flattens, and it will, it lets air and contaminants sneak in and allows oil mist to slowly escape. Your oil level drops without any visible leak. Most caps run under $15. Replacement O-rings are a few bucks at any part store. OEM service bulletins flag this issue specifically, yet virtually no quick lube shop ever checks it. Inspect it every few changes. Replace it the moment it looks shiny, flat, or brittle. Number 11. Listen carefully right after startup. Fresh oil temporarily masks deeper engine problems. The minute after an oil change is the clearest diagnostic window you have all year. Start the engine and actually listen. Is it smoother than before? Is there a tick that wasn't there? A knock. A subtle vibration. A ticking sound in the first 30 seconds usually means oil hasn't fully reached the lifters yet, normal and temporary. A knocking sound is not normal and not temporary. Catching a developing bearing issue right here, before your next 5,000-mile interval, is the difference between a $200 fix and a $4,000 one. Number 10. Check for oil aeration on the dipstick. Pull the dipstick after the engine has run for a few minutes and look closely. Normal oil is amber and smooth. If you see foam, froth, or tiny bubbles, your oil is aerated. Think of whipped cream, lots of volume, zero structural strength. Aerated oil cannot protect bearings, pistons, or turbocharger components. It happens when the oil level is overfilled or when the wrong viscosity was used. If you see it, don't keep driving. Drain, refill with the correct amount and grade, and recheck before any hard driving. Catching this on day 1 costs nothing. Missing it costs an engine. Number 9. Inspect the PCV valve. The positive crankcase ventilation valve is the most under-discussed component tied directly to oil health. A clogged PCV valve creates excess pressure inside the crankcase, and that pressure pushes oil into places it was never meant to go, past seals, into gaskets, up into the intake. The result is sludge, oil leaks, and contamination that no amount of fresh oil can fix. Pull the PCV valve out and shake it. If it rattles freely, it's working. If it's stuck or silent, replace it. This part costs $10 to $20 at any auto parts store. Skipping it has killed engines with otherwise perfect oil maintenance records. Number 8. Retorque the drain plug after 24 hours. Here's an insider step almost nobody talks about. After you've driven the car for a day, get back under there and check the torque on your drain plug. Heat cycles, the engine warming up and cooling down, can back a plug off slightly, especially if the crush washer wasn't replaced. You're not retightening it dramatically, just confirming it's still at spec. Most passenger cars sit between 20 and 30 foot-pounds. Check your service manual. This takes 2 minutes and prevents the slow, invisible drip that goes unnoticed for months and quietly drops your oil level between changes. Number 7. Verify oil level the correct way. Here's where even experienced DIY mechanics get it wrong. Oil expands when hot and contracts when cold. If you check the dipstick immediately after shutting the engine off, you're getting a false reading. The correct method: run the engine for 5 minutes, shut it off, wait 3 full minutes, then pull the dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert fully, and read it again. That's the accurate level. If it's low, add oil in quarter-quart increments only. Overfilling is just as destructive as running low. Too much oil foams under pressure and blows seals. Precision here isn't optional. Number 6. Prime the oil system before any hard driving. This one almost never gets mentioned. Fresh oil sitting in a cold engine hasn't reached every surface yet. Cam lobes, upper bearings, turbo feed lines are still waiting for full circulation. If you walk out of the driveway and immediately merge onto the highway, you're loading an engine that isn't fully lubricated yet. SAE research has confirmed that the majority of engine wear happens in the first few minutes after startup. After every oil change, let the engine idle for 5 minutes, then drive gently for the first 10 to 15. No hard acceleration, no high RPMs. Let the oil find every corner before you ask the engine to work. Number 5. Reset the oil life monitor correctly. Modern vehicles don't measure oil condition directly. The ECU calculates based on mileage, temperature cycles, and driving patterns. If you skip the reset after a change, the system is still counting down from dirty oil. It may trigger false warnings or, worse, stay quiet when your fresh oil is actually due for replacement. Every manufacturer has a different reset procedure. Toyotas typically use the trip odometer button at ignition on. Honda's reset through the steering wheel menu. Ford and GM often use a pedal sequence with the ignition on. Look up your specific model. This takes 30 seconds and keeps your entire maintenance cycle accurate. Number 4. Check for leaks under pressure. Most leak checks happen while the engine is cold and idle, which misses half the problem. A drain plug or filter that feels tight at rest can weep under operating pressure and temperature. Start the engine, let it reach normal idle for 2 to 3 minutes, then carefully inspect the drain plug, filter seam, and oil pan edges with a flashlight. Then rev it lightly 2 or 3 times to spike the system pressure and watch the same spots again. A wet spot under pressure that wasn't there at idle tells you exactly where your problem is before it becomes a puddle on the driveway, or a seized engine on the freeway. Number 3. Monitor live oil pressure, not just the warning light. That red oil can icon on your dash is not a safety system. It's a last resort notification that only activates when pressure is already critically low, meaning damage has already started. Real engine protection means watching oil pressure proactively. A basic OBD2 scanner with live data readout costs $20 to $40 and shows you actual pressure at idle and under load. After every oil change, run a quick pressure check. Unusual drop at idle, incorrect pressure range for your engine, or pressure that spikes and drops. Any of these tells you something is wrong before it becomes catastrophic. Know your engine's normal range. Treat it like a vital sign. Number 2. Reset ECU adaptive parameters. This is the step mechanics know about and never volunteer. Your engine control unit builds adaptive maps over time, fuel trims, ignition timing curves, throttle response patterns, all calibrated around the oil that was in the engine. After a change to fresh, clean oil with better flow characteristics, those old maps are slightly mismatched. You can accelerate the recalibration manually. Disconnect the negative battery terminal for 10 to 15 minutes, reconnect, Start the engine with no accessories running, let it idle for 5 minutes, then take a 20 to 30 minute drive mixing city and highway speeds. The ECU rebuilds its maps around the fresh oil. The result is noticeably smoother response and more accurate fuel management, something most drivers never experience because they never do this. Number 1. Take a proper test drive and do a final leak check. Everything else on this list is preparation. This step is confirmation. After completing your post-change routine, drive a deliberate 10 to 15 minute loop. Mix some stop and go with a stretch of highway. Watch for smooth acceleration, stable oil pressure on your scanner, normal temperature, and no warning lights. When you return, shut the engine off, wait 3 minutes, and do one final inspection under the hood and underneath the car. Check the drain plug, the filter, the cap. Recheck oil level with the correct warm and wait method. If everything looks right, you're done, and your engine is genuinely protected, not just serviced. Most drivers skip this final confirmation entirely. That's exactly why most drivers replace engines they didn't have to. An oil change buys you the opportunity to protect your engine. What you do in the next hour determines whether you actually take it. These 15 steps cost nothing but time and attention, and they're the difference between an engine that reaches 200,000 miles and one that doesn't make it to 100,000. What's the one post-oil change mistake you see most often? Drop it in the comments below.